Hello everybody and welcome back. I am here to share with you a project that I'm doing as part of the Sugar Plum Stories Collaboration. This is a collaboration between Elizabeth from Petals and Parchment and Rose from Wild Rose Bohemian. Now Elizabeth is a good friend of mine. She was on my design team for a while, so I know that she's an amazing creator. Rose I've only recently come across actually, another beautiful designer and creator, and they've come together to create a kit called Sugar Plum Stories, which is a nutcracker theme. And throughout the month of November, lots of different crafters are getting involved, and each day where they share their project using the papers. There are lots of freebies being given away as well. There will be links down below to everything, so you can go and pop along and check out the Ko-fi pages where the freebies are held, Etsy shops if you want to go and grab the kits, and yeah, make sure that you join the Facebook groups as well, so that you are also seeing other projects from other people. There is also a playlist which I will link down below. So, because like I said, there are lots and lots of different creators all the way up to the 20th of November. So rather than trying to find each one on YouTube, there is a playlist. So I'll have everything linked down below for you. Also super exciting, there is a game to be played where you can win some prizes at the end. So I'm going to have my game piece pop up on the screen now. So this is my game piece. So if you are playing along, you need to make sure that you stick that on the right day. So I'm here on the 15th of November. So that needs to go in your 15 slot. So as I said, lots of amazing crafters taking part. Lots of them you'll possibly recognise. So we've got Val at Val's Craft Creations, Terry at Sweet Pea Papers, Rachel at Rach and Bella Crafts. Obviously you've got Elizabeth from Petals and Parchment and Rose from Wild Rose Bohemians, Sophie from Sophie's Crafty Corner, lots and lots of people that you probably already recognise. So please go and check everybody out, like their videos, leave a little comment, and I absolutely guarantee that you'll find each and every project absolutely inspiring. Okay, so on with my project today. Now I have prepared things and I have got the project started before coming onto camera because we were trying to keep the video length down and I didn't want to obviously make this too long. So I'll show you part of it first. So I'm just going to get rid of these bits and I'll bring them back in a second. And I have my scoreboard out because I've been doing lots of different bits of scoring, which again I'll show you in a second. So I was trying to use papers from both parts of the kit. So these particular things I'm going to show you first are from Rose's part of the kit. And what I thought, I saw she had a few pages of postcards, and there were strips where you've got the front of the postcard, which is obviously the decorated side, and then you could fold it over and you also had the other side of the postcard next to it, where you would do the writing. The idea is obviously it would cut out and then you kind of fold it over so you've got both sides of the postcard. But when I saw the images I thought they would make beautiful Christmas card fronts. So I have pulled out of my stash, I had these blank cards and they've got a deckled edge to them. So I thought, well, these would be perfect because that kind of gives a snowy effect, I thought anyway. And then I found some shiny paper that has little stars on it, and I've just used that as edging down each of the sides. And these are the cards that I've made. So I'll show you each of those. So we've got that gorgeous image of the girls sleeping. Got this lovely couple. It looks just so dreamy, doesn't it? Really, really nice. Lovely Christmas tree. Nice Christmassy scene. Another Christmas tree. But the images were just really beautiful, and like I said, they just felt to me like they should be card fronts. So that's why I kind of dug these blanks out of my stash, and they were the perfect size as well, so I was really happy with that. Love the nutcrackers. I think this one's probably my favourite. I do like that one. And that's the last one. So there were 8 cards. And then in Rose's kit as well, she also had background papers in these 2 styles. So what I did is I printed 8 of them back to back, and then I made 4 envelopes with this kind of snowflake design, but it then has the floral design inside. And then I did the opposite with this one. So this one's got the lovely floral design on the outside, but it's then got the snowflakes on the inside. And I just used my We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch to make these. So yeah, so I've now got 8 envelopes and 4 cards. And to house those, because I thought it might be quite nice to kind of create a card kit together, this is where my project comes in. So I decided I wanted to make a little folder where I could keep my newly made cards. So I did have my Cricut. I've actually cut out quite a few pieces. These are from Elizabeth's kit, and I've got it to cut out a few of the elements. So I really love this gorgeous ballerina. Really, really love it. I've also got a Christmas tree. I've got a couple of the clocks, and I've actually got the nutcracker as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to use those yet, so they're on standby, but these two definitely I wanted to use. I've got to finish off the inside. For now, I'm just going to kind of take these apart just so I can kind of show you what I've done. So I've used an old file folder, and the file folder had a natural crease and then a second score line in the middle, and then one more score line. So all I've done is I've just ignored the middle one, and I've reinforced it with a bit that I've sliced off. And I've just done the 2 outer scores that were naturally in the file folder anyway. And the whole length of this is just over 16 inches. So it's quite long. And the height of it is just under 6.5 inches. And then what it does is this will then close up and close up. And then we're going to have a booklet like this. So I have already started to decorate the outside. I did need the glue to dry where I had my fabric, so I did that last night, ready for today's video. Oh, got a bit of file folder stuck on there. So these pages, or this, it was one scene. This page was from Rose's kit. This one, which I really love, is the Nutcracker advertisement. This was from Elizabeth's, and I really wanted that on the inside. And what I've done is I've scored a little gusset on each side. And like I said, I haven't actually folded this since the glue's dried, so I'm going to have to just re-burnish these folds now that I've got my lace on there. And the idea is this is going to make a deep pocket. So this bit's going to glue down on there, and I'm going to end up with that deep pocket. And then one side's going to hold my envelopes, and the other side is going to hold my cards. So again, I've just got to, where I've had the glue drying last night, encourage my fold again. And just to give you an idea of dimensions, so as I said, it's just over, or was it just under 6.5? Sorry, I've forgotten. So it's just under 6.5 tall. The spine, I think, was 3/4 of an inch. Yeah. This panel on either side will be the same. They are 4.5 inches. I've then got just over 1/4 inch of a spine. And then this last panel is 2 3/4 inches. And then, as I said, I've got a flap. I mean, I've gone a bit overkill with this flap. It doesn't need to be quite so big. I could even trim some of it off. But this was the kind of length of the file folder, so I just kind of kept it like that. But that's the kind of shape that we've got. So it just mirrors on both sides, and then these are going to create the pockets. So for the inside, what I wanted to do was have these papers. So these are also from Elizabeth's kit, and they're really, really pretty. I love the kind of dark swirls, and it's got hints of them pink and the gold. Really, really lovely. And also in Elizabeth's kit, she had this sheet that looked like gold gilding. Now, I'm going to have it up the spine. You're not really going to see it because I'm going to have the lace over the top, but if I don't have it there, then it's very yellow, which I didn't particularly like. So I'm going to put that gold up the middle, and then have these decorative panels behind, just so that we've got something decorative back there. And then I'm going to have the lace over the spine again. So let's get these bits stuck down. As I said, I didn't want to go through the entire project, mostly because I needed to wait for certain things to dry. and I didn't want to keep the video too long because we were trying to keep videos a little bit shorter, just because you've got so many people to go and watch in these collaborations. Now I am a little bit behind on the videos. I haven't seen all of them, but I have been looking in the Facebook groups at the images of the things that people are making, and it's honestly incredible. So like I said, everything will be linked down below. Please go and check out everybody's projects and their videos, because yeah, there's been lots of incredible stuff happening. Okay, the only thing I'm just trying to decide now is whether I want to glue that down and then try and glue that over the top to kind of hide that flap, and I think I might want to do that actually. So let's glue that first then. Now like I said, this is a little bit overkill with this flap. It certainly does not need to be this big, but I was being a bit lazy. So I'm just going to fold that over, and I'm just going to try and line it up so that obviously the bottom of the pocket lines up with the bottom of the folio. So I'm just going to have to get my hand in there and just give it a push down. Now this is a very quick grabbing glue, so I don't need to hold it for too long. Okay, so that's that one. Which paper did I want where? Or do I want it that way round? That's quite nice with the swirls, isn't it? Yeah, I think I'll have that one that way round, and then that one that way, because I want to be able to see these lovely golden snowflakes. I think they look really, really pretty. Yeah, these are absolutely gorgeous digitals, and when Elizabeth first invited me and she says, oh, it's a Nutcracker theme, would you be interested? Straight away I was like, yeah, absolutely. I love the Nutcracker theme. It was actually a theme that I was debating making a kit about, so I'm glad that she has done this with Rose. Because it's such a lovely idea. It's such a beautiful story and a beautiful ballet. Right, so I'm just going to stick that down, give it a bit of a press, and then we've got this nice big deep pocket, and actually that went rather smoothly, so I think we should be fine to do the same on the other side. I didn't want to stick both sides down just in case this went horribly wrong on this side and I would need to do it differently. But no, that worked out fine. So I'm going to glue this side as well. Oh, maybe not get glue everywhere though. And again, just trying to line it up and give it a second, holding it down. Okay, and then we said that way up, didn't we? Now I must admit I had so many ideas for this kit, so many, and I think next month over Christmas, where I'm going to have hopefully a little bit more time, I'm definitely going to be revisiting this kit and having a go at some of my other ideas, because yeah, I had lots and it was just trying to decide which one I wanted to do. But I thought, well, this way I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone. One, I've got my Christmas cards prepared. All I need to do is add sentiments maybe to the front. yeah, and obviously I'm making a fun project, so I get to play with the pretty papers at the same time. So just going to add some glue down this spine. And then carefully lay this over the top. Just give it a good press down. Now this is really great glue. It grabs to everything. It's also dries clear, so even if I get some little leaky splodges, it doesn't matter because it will dry clear. Okay, so that's that. I'm not going to put my envelopes and cards in just yet because I want that glue to dry a little bit more. So let's focus back on the front cover. So I'm just going to flip this over and we've got the front cover. So as I said, I've got this ballerina and I've got this clock, which I was kind of thinking of going up there. So yeah, I don't know whether to pop her up on some foam and maybe the clock up on some foam just to kind of give her a bit more dimension. Of course I'm going to have cheesecloth. It wouldn't be a front cover without cheesecloth, so I'm going to have to grab some of that. And I'm also maybe thinking of maybe some other gems and sparkles. Right, let me go and grab some bits and pieces and I'll be back in just a second. Right, okay, so I've gathered some supplies. I have got obviously some cheesecloth because like I said, it's not a front cover without cheesecloth. I've also found in my stash eyelash trim. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it yet, but I brought it just in case because I thought it went really nice with these dark trees, so I might be able to do something with that. And then maybe just to add a little bit of sparkle, I've got these pearls. They're Stampin' Up pearls, but they're different sizes. So we've got some larger ones at the bottom, some mid-size, and then some teenies. I've also got them in a blue. I'm not sure if it's the right blue though, so they might not be any good. And then I've got these that kind of look like water drops, so I thought they might also be good to use. So we've got those. And then, like I said, I'm going to possibly pop her up onto some foam and the clock as well, just so they're a little bit more dimensional. So let's have a play around then and see what we're going to do. So I definitely need cheesecloth because, as I said, it's not a front cover without cheesecloth. So I'm going to just kind of snip around here and just tug that in all directions. Okay. And let's have a look if we perhaps add some of this in the background. Like I said, may not use it, I may decide to take it out, but it also may look pretty nice. I may have far too much of it. Almost looks like a kind of swirling around her, doesn't it? Do I want blue swirls and then cheesecloth? Yeah, that might be a little bit better. I am just going to trim this down a little bit because I feel like this is a little bit too long. Okay, something like that I'm feeling. So I'm going to gently lift up this end and just put a load of glue down. Lift up this side, put some glue down. Oops. And I think I might use a little bit of pink behind the clock. This is probably fluff overload and really not necessary, but it's Christmas, and I think you do go overboard at Christmas, don't you? No idea where the end is. Oh, there's an end. I only want a little piece of the clock. I don't want too much. So I'm just going to put a little blob. And then kind of twist this in a circle. Yeah. Got glue on my finger, so it's now sticking to me. Right, so I know that looks like a right hot mess now, but I'm hoping once we've got our foam on, our other elements, and then we put some blingy gems about the place, it might look a little bit better. Okay, so let's pop some foam on. So we'll do her first. Okay, and then I'm going to need a slightly thinner bit for her hands. So I'm going to use these edges. That then gives me a nice thin bit of foam. Oops, I can hopefully use for our hands. Let's have a look. Yep. That's it. Got fluff everywhere. Right, so let's remove the backs, get her stuck down. Right, okay, so something like that. Hopefully this glue, yep, feels dry. So I'm just going to again encourage that fold. And now you can see the shape that it has taken. So we've got nice big pockets there. We've got lovely lace on the spine, so even when it's closed. I might add some gems in a minute. I just want to get the pieces inside. So like I said, I've got 4 envelopes of each style, each design. So I'm going to pop those in each side, and then just randomly maybe have a different nutcracker. And then I had 2 Christmas trees, didn't I? Yep, so we can have those in different ones. So is that right? Is that 4? Yep. So 4 in one side, and then 4 in the other. Okay, and then that is the little folio, and they actually fit in absolutely perfectly. Okay, so let's have a look at this cover. Do we want to add some more bling to it? I really like these droplets, and as you can see, it's new. I haven't even opened these yet, so let's have a look how they look. Probably does not help that I've got very gluey hands because they're now sticking to me. Oh. Trying to stick them on some of the flowers, but no, they're just sticking to me. I don't know. Do I want these on there? Don't know. So I've got 3 there, obviously 1 on the clock. Kind of feel like it should be, like you're always told, it should be more of like a triangle shape. So maybe something like that. So we've got our triangle, but it's also on the clock, or do we even want it on the clock? Have I got a smaller one for the clock? That one's a bit smaller. Oh no, I found us an even smaller one still. Ah, too fiddly. Yeah, why not? Right, so rubber glue. As I said, this dries clear, so even though these are clear beads and you might see the white to begin with, you won't see it once it's dry. Make sure it is actually straight. Yes, it is. Awesome. So we've got 3 and then that one up there. Okay. Well, that's my finished project. I'm really happy with this. It's exactly how I imagined it to look. I really love the front. I actually think it looks really nice with all these bits kind of coming out as well. And it's such a beautiful scene, so I really like that. I think the lace just adds to it as well. Really like that on the spine. And then inside we've obviously got our cards and our envelopes and that gorgeous vintage advertisement. I knew I wanted this showcased somehow in this project. That was the first page that I looked at and I thought, yep, somehow that's going in a project. Really love that. As I said, this has turned out exactly how I wanted. I love that it all fits really nicely as well. Nothing's kind of bulging and bursting out or yeah, really loose in there. It's all nice and snug, which I really like. I do want to say a massive thank you to Elizabeth and Rose for inviting me on this collaboration. It's been such a joy to work with these gorgeous, beautiful papers. Please make sure that you check out everybody that is in this collaboration. As I said before at the beginning, everything will be listed down below. You'll have access to the kits, the freebies and the playlist with everybody else's projects. When you're watching the videos, please make sure that you give people a like and leave a comment. Please do the same on this video. We love to hear what you think of our projects. Obviously, ask any questions if you would like me to go through in a bit more detail how I actually made the base of this. I absolutely will do that in another video, but like I said, I was very conscious that I didn't want this video to be too long. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and I will see you all in the next crafty video. Bye for now.